Right, ladies and gentlemen, we move on once again with amateur kickboxing over 3 2-minute rounds of action. Would you welcome first into the red corner, representing the Hurricane Warriors, Curtis Porter.
Come on, dog. It's swung on. It's the knick-knack, patty whack, still riding Cadillacs. Family up the street, make the homies put the baggies back. I'm still stacking black, still action-packed. And dope, I keep it flipping like acrobats. That's why I pack a Mac, that'll crack a back. Cause on my waist is more heat than a shack attack. But I ain't speaking about ballin', just thinking about brawling. And y'all stop ballin'.
And would you welcome his opponent into the blue corner, representing the Pegasus Gym, Andy Rudol.
He just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. He feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know.
3 2-minute rounds of amateur kickboxing. Porter in the red, Rudol in the blue.
So, 95k these men, the big boys are in again. Curtis Porter from the Hurricane Warriors, Damian Hamilton, his coach, fighting top of the bill tonight against Andy Rudol from the Pegasus Gym, his coach, having the big professional fight that opened the night. So you know the quality of these two camps and the quality of the two men that are in the corners of these two fighters. Kickboxing over 3 2-minute rounds of action. Away we go. Slightly taller the two, Rudol, but not much. And it's Rudol that takes centre ring. Side kick from Porter. Brings it out again. Looking to double up the jab as well. Rudol looking to reply. Spin kick to the midsection from Porter. Lands cleanly. Looking to double up the jab there, Porter, as he comes in. Rudol looks to work inside and Porter looks to hold. Pushes his man away. Jab from Porter again as he comes forward. Needs to step in with it and follow it up to be effective. Turns it into a sort of hook there, doesn't quite land. Rudol with the roundhouse. Big left hand attempt, right hand from Porter. More trip on the ropes there from Rudol. So neither man really landed cleanly in this opening round. A feeling out process from both. Porter possibly doing a bit more of the work, asking a few more of the questions. And again, that double right-hand jab. He switches to southpaw, Porter, to look to throw the big left hand, and does it quite comfortably, which is unusual. You normally southpaw orthodox, very few switch, but Porter has, as you've seen here, quite naturally, and often it's to set up the more comfortable leg, which for him is the side kick off the right leg there, switches back to orthodox. Sweep attempt really came to nothing. You've got to follow up a sweep. Otherwise, it's just an annoyance. Use the sweep as a distraction, something to take the opponent off balance, as it is close. But I would say, just for me, the red corner in that opening round. So round 2, I've got it just a Porter in the red in round 1, but not much between it. Neither man really landed cleanly to ask a real question of his opponent yet. Porter pushing forward again, though, this time from that southpaw. Again looking to land that big left, then he switches back to orthodox look. Doubles up the jab. And again, that sweep and turn from Porter. He does turn nicely, but Rudol needs to step in and start asking questions of him, because he's letting Porter dictate the pace and the rhythm of this fight. So they're trying to get the crowd going here, as you can hear, for the local man Andy Rudol. But he's letting Porter dictate the pace and the nature of this fight. Short right hand from Rudol, just about finds the target. But from that southpaw stance, Porter pushing forward again. And that's been the difference between the two men at the moment. Porter's being allowed to dictate the pace here. Turns nicely. Rudol has had his successes, but they've been less frequent than the man Porter in the red corner. He's trying to push on now and get up ahead of steam. But again, Porter now in orthodox stance, pushing forward. And now back to southpaw. And then the side kick. Nice right hand there, best shot of the night so far from Rudol. But they're not as frequent as they need to be to really disrupt this man's rhythm. And he needs to get more of those through. And again, Porter pushes forward, says about his helmet. So Porter pushes forward again with that left hand. You can see that Rudol is dangerous with the right, but he hasn't landed it enough for me. And for me, I've got red 2 rounds up on my unofficial scorecard. So third and final round, and Rudol, Stephen Cook in his corner saying, you've got to dictate the pace, you've got to take it to him. And he's right. Porter has dictated the pace of this fight across the first 2 rounds. Rudol really now has to liven it up and ask questions of him. Come forward, push the pace, force Porter to fight out of his comfort zone. So Rudol is trying that, he's stepping forward, looking to step up the pace and force Porter really to fight for longer periods in the round. Nice spin kick from Porter. Rudol looking to land with that big right hand, but he's got to keep it consistently throughout this third round. He's got to keep coming forward. Listen to his corner, he's got to go through the channel with that right hand and ask questions of him again. Left hook on the turn as well.
Let me sort it out. Right, turn around. Right, yeah, there we go.
So the helmet's been adjusted, they're ready to go again. Side kick from Porter as Rudol comes in. Turns his man nicely, throws his own right hand. And again, Porter fighting well within his rhythm. Rudol now is trying to force the pace. He would need a count, I feel, to take this, but it is unofficial. The judges might see this differently. But when he lands that right hand, he looks good doing it. It's just not been frequent enough for me. And Porter pushing forward, 3 punches again.
I'm trying to, sir. I'm not stopping it again. Yeah, but you never let it go.
And Rudol looking to throw those punches, heavy punches again. A nice right hand as Porter came forward. Porter skips out the way after that, luckily, but Rudol has now stepped up the pace here in the last 30, and you wonder if he'd have done this earlier in the fight, it might have been different. He certainly had a better third round, has Rudol. And away they go once more. looking to key up that right hand. You can see it. I think it's too little, too late, but it was a very good third round. And I feel that Curtis Porter's taken this just.
Ladies and gentlemen, as always tonight, please let's hear it for both your kickboxers in the ring. But we do have a unanimous decision in favour of the blue corner, Andy Rudol.